Welcome to Unraveled. It's a pleasure to have you here. And let's start with easy questions. You guys were on tour with Papa Roach in Europe when the pandemic started. Do you remember what your first reactions and thoughts were when you had to urgently fly back?
When we had to go home after?
Yeah.
That was pretty kind of scary because we still had 2 weeks or something left of the tour, and towards the end we didn't know if we were going to play the next day, so we would finish one show and they didn't know if the country is going to start closing everything down. So every day you don't know if you're leaving or if you're playing. It was kind of crazy. And then the last day where they said, they were saying the borders might get shut down and things like that. So it was just crazy because you don't know if you're going to get stuck in some place. And, I have a wife and kids at home. I was like, fuck, am I going to be stuck in Germany for the next 6 months? And we got to the airport. They had the military with the guns to keep everybody, because everybody was trying to leave because they thought it was the last day they could leave. And it was crazy.
Do you have any favorite moments from the tour?
Oh man, the whole thing was awesome. I mean, that was really sucky too, because we really were having a lot of fun. We went to markets for Athens for the first time, which was always a life dream of mine. I love history, so I always, so there's a lot of first times that we did anything on that tour. And then I love the guys in Papa Roach and Ice Nine, so we were having a great time and the shows were awesome. So it always sucks when you're like, all right, I guess that's the end of it. But the whole thing was awesome, to be honest with you.
You released the first installment of New Empire back in February, and the second one is coming up in a few days. How was the reception for Volume 1? And judging from the comment section under the recent videos, people are very hyped for Volume 2 as well.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't look at that stuff. I don't know. Hopefully they like it. I don't go on the MySpace or Instagram and all this stuff. So I don't really know how they like it. I hope they like it.
Okay. When did you decide to split the release instead of creating a double album or double feature?
A lot of that is the label. They don't like records that have more than 12 songs is usually the going rule. And that's usually okay because we used to do one and then like a deluxe version. But we had too many songs to do a deluxe because we had another full record. And then a big part of it is no one buys CDs anymore. So we were like, because I didn't want people to think we were just trying to get money for more albums or something. But since everybody streams it anyway, I was like, yeah, let's just do a double album. And then we can kind of conceptualize the first one versus the second one. And we put the second one's a little darker, a little more melodic. It's a little more ballady, I think. So we kind of separated them. We got to do separate artwork. So it was a lot more, I think, for that reason than anything. But I don't think we could have fit it on a single double album anyway.
That's it. Did that affect your writing and recording process in any way?
No. I mean, honestly, we also, because COVID shit, we all got back home and all our touring got canceled for the year. So we ended up adding some more songs and we did some features with people, because sometimes it's hard to do features because people are on tour while you're in the studio. They're in the studio, you're on tour. It's hard to do it. But it just so happened everybody was home. So we started working with some other people, and it was the same thing. I think the only difference is normally you write a record and you go on tour. Now you're just writing a record and sitting at home.
Both albums have a fair share of special guests like Benji Madden, Tech Nine, and Kill Station, to name a few. How did that all come about, and how did you decide which guest was more suitable for each song?
I mean, my goal is always just to work with people I like their music already. I'm a huge fan of Papa Roach. Tech Nine's my favorite rapper from when I was a little kid, and Kill Station I'm just a huge fan of. So you really just try and get dudes who you like their shit, so that way you can bring it together. It's not because one person's big or this guy sold a lot of records. It's usually just creative. Like there's just people out there I've always wanted to work with, so we just try and get them to do it. Some of them say no, some of them say yes.
And you also reintroduced Heart of a Champion from Volume 1 with Jacoby from Papa Roach and Spencer from Ice Nine, with the accompanying video, of course, which was amazing. Did you know the guys before you got to tour together, and how did that idea come about?
Well, Jacoby, we've known the Papa Roach guys for a long time, because we play a lot of the same shows in the States, the festivals, and even some over in Europe and stuff. So just from touring, we knew them from before, but we just never had the time or the chance to like work together. So we were just, because everybody was stuck at home, we figured, hey, what the hell, let's all work together. So Spencer, I met him on that tour, but I was already, because they had started getting a lot of radio, and I was listening. I was like, damn, it was fresh. I really liked the band. So we just kind of threw it together. I think most guys and bands want to write all the time. So if you're writing, they'll be like, yeah, what the hell? Sometimes it sucks. Sometimes it doesn't work. We've done features where like, nah, and they're like, nah, it didn't work out. Everybody's different. So to find people you like to work with, where the song comes out better than before, that's the goal. You don't want to add someone who makes the song worse. But I think Spencer, Jacoby, Kill Station, they all make it better. So I was just happy with the outcome.
I was actually very happy with all those collaborations. I was a big fan of Volume 1, and listening to Volume 2 really blew me away. Although I'm not a fan of trap and drill music per se, I guess you could say.
What? No, I'm just kidding.
I think they fit very well with Hollywood Undead's
experimenting. I love the beats. So it's just kind of one of those things. Like, I would never make a record that's all trap or all drill or whatever. But sometimes it's just fun to do something different. So a lot of the times we'll just do stuff just for the hell of it. Because I hate records where every song is similar to the one prior. So, we like to experiment, and sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it sucks. You're just like, this is bad. So if it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good. But we like to experiment a lot in the studio.
In the recent videos, we also saw a super mask consisting of mask designs that you've all worn over the years.
Yeah.
Is there a specific meaning behind that, or is it just a cool visual element? Does it relate to the title New Empire? And is it a callback to the song Dead by It? I feel like I have the dots in front of me, but I have a real hard time connecting them.
Yeah, I mean, the idea was to create something that was the amalgamation of everybody in the band, like symbolically. So the whole idea was brought about by Heart of a Champion, because we wanted to create a character kind of like, the Iron Maiden dude, what's his name? I forget, the little guy in there.
Eddie.
What is Eddie? There we go. We kind of wanted something like that to create like an art piece with it. And so we did the whole mask thing where it's a little piece of everybody. And kind of, I guess the idea is what would happen if all of our characters melded into one. So that's kind of where we got it. And then Dead by It was just a suitable name. Like, we thought that was a good name because, I didn't want to call him Bill. So Dead by It made more sense.
Sorry. You released new music while the world is at a critical point. How important was it for you to provide people with new art to relate to and to ease what they may be going through?
Yeah, someone asked me that recently, because a lot of people are holding their albums back to wait till they can. I thought that's crazy, because I think people in general need new music now more than ever, because they're stuck, in their houses, or they can't, all these situations. And for me, music's always kind of been one of those things that gets me through the harder parts in life. And I know why they're doing it. I get it. But for us, I figured people out there probably need new music now more than any other time that I can think of. So we just said, fuck it, let's do it. I mean, I get it. A lot of bands need to tour on albums. That's how they make a living. So I understand. But for us, it was more important, I think, to get the music out and give some people something to listen to while they're stuck, wherever they are, and they're going through those hard times mentally or spiritually. I think new music is a very, very important thing right now.
You guys are also preparing to host the house party stream in a few
Yeah.
days on December 18th. What should fans expect?
It was crazy, man. That was some wild shit. One big thing for me, anyway, we hadn't played together in like 9 months, so that was really fun just to be able to play music again and not, you know, by myself, just sitting here with a guitar crying because I'm stuck at home, and my wife is yelling at me all the time. It's terrible, but to get together and play, and then we have a lot of tricks up our sleeve. I know I'm not supposed to mention too much stuff, but we have some really special guests. We smoked a lot of marijuana. We drank a lot. So it sounds terrible because we're all fucked up, but it was fun.
Oh my God. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Are you nervous to have it coming out? I guess this is the first stream that you guys did, right?
Yeah, well, at first when they asked us, I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, I didn't want to. And I saw a lot of bands doing it, and I was just like, yeah, it's not for me. You know, I didn't want to do it. But then I was talking to our booking agent who does all the shows, and I was like, hey, when do you think we're going to be able to tour again? He's like, oh, probably 2022. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it'll probably be another year. And I was like, okay, fuck it. Let's do the live stream because I wanted to play. So I was like, whatever, I'm not going to wait another year to play music. So a big part of it is like, you know, I know people everywhere are in a really tough situation right now. Everybody is probably having somewhat of a rough time, some more than others. So people need stuff to do. They need to feel engaged with the world. I think that's very important for your head. So at that point, I was like, you know, let's do it because I think people will enjoy it and they'll feel like hopefully they can imagine that they're not at home for a little while and have fun for a little while. So it was definitely, the whole situation is fun for us, but really it's more about let's let everybody pretend their life is normal again for a little while, you know?
Yeah, and I think the idea of a house party was very suitable as well, because it's one thing to see Hollywood Undead in a bigger stage, and a completely different thing to see you play in an isolated stage with just a film crew. That would have been
you know the funny thing is, so we were playing in this room, there's all the broken furniture and all this stuff. That was how we started. Those were the shows we played when we first started. We didn't play venues. We used to play people's parties because that was the only place that would have us. So if someone had a house party, we'd say, give us free beer and we'll play a show there. So it was kind of fun because it's kind of going back to how we started, I guess. That was like kind of how we first started playing shows when we were little kids. So I felt pretty comfortable doing it. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, now it's time for the difficult questions.
Okay.
If Hollywood Undead were members of the Spice Girls, what would be your Spice names?
Mine would be Gay Boy 69.
Spice.
Yeah, Gay Spice. No, I don't know. I don't know. That's a crazy question. What the other guys would be called?
Yes.
Gay Spice, Pussy Spice, Titty Spice, Dick Spice, Ball Spice, and that's it. That's all of them.
Okay, I almost regret asking.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a tough question. That's the hardest one I've been asked for a while. So I appreciate the question.
I told you. I warned you beforehand.
If we could be the real Spice Girls, I want to be that sporty Spice. She's always working out. She's in shape. She's got her life together. Maybe Drunk Spice would be another one of us. Stoner Spice. I don't know. That's good. I have to think about it more.
Okay, maybe next time.
Yeah.
If you could have a 1-minute phone conversation with the younger you, what age would you call, and what?
When I would probably call myself when I was probably about 14 or 15, and I tell them to stop getting in fucking trouble because you're gonna ruin your fucking life, you idiot. But no one called me, so I still got in trouble. But probably that. Or another thing, I would probably call myself maybe when I was 19, 18, and just say stop worrying so much about the future. I think a lot of people are always either thinking about the past or worried about the future, and you kind of forget that you're even in the present moment. So that would probably be what I'd do.
Okay, your house is on fire and you only have time to grab 3 items before you flee. Pets and family are safe. What do you take?
Out of items?
Yes.
Probably my gun, because I don't know who's outside. I might have to blast somebody. My gun, the cash I have, and the protein bar, just in case I get hungry.
That's a first.
Well, you never know.
Okay, but would you take shoes?
No, I'd rather have the gun and the money. I can buy new shoes with the money.
Okay, well, this is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
Oh, my pleasure. I
Do
had
you
fun.
have any final words?
I might take shoes. I don't know. It's cold out. So yeah, shoes too.
Okay, well, thanks again, and hopefully we will get to see you guys back to Europe sooner than later.
I hope so. It was nice
I'm
talking.
really looking forward to the stream as well.
Oh, cool.
I've
Thank
been
you.
binge watching live streams in the recent months. So
Yeah.
I really want to see what the house party is about. The trailer was ominous, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it doesn't suck. Trust me, I've been doing this every day. Ooh.
I believe in you guys. I believe in you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So anyway, have a good day ahead.
You as well.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye. Have a good day.